but we have received word that some amongst you have reached the end of the Cub Scout trail. Will the Cub Scouts crossing over take off their brag vests, give their neckerchiefs to their parents, and form a line behind me? Until now, you have followed the Cub Scout trail and lived by the law of the pack. But this trail, as all trails do, has come to an end. I, Pitch Cadet, your guide, will lead you onward. I must now pledge you to keep the strictest of silence as we are led along this trail.
Brother Kitchener, who are these strangers who come seeking our trail?
These are former Cub Scouts who seek a new trail.
Have they learned our laws and ideals?
They have.
Pass on. Brother Kitchener, who are these strangers who have come seeking our trail?
These are former Cub Scouts who seek a new trail.
Do they know our laws?
They do.
Have they learned the meanings behind them?
They have been instructed by their Akela.
Pass on. Alawatsukima, the mighty chief, awaits.
Brother Kitchener, who are these strangers who have come, seeking our trail?
These are former Cub Scouts who seek a new trail.
Do they know our laws and their meanings behind them?
They have, and have been instructed by their Akela.
Very well.
Before we go any further, we must remind ourselves of the laws that we live by. Brothers, please repeat the Scout law for these young men who wish to join us.
A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
You have heard our laws and the meanings behind them. If you feel you cannot live up to these laws, turn back now, for no one will hold it against you. I am glad to see you are steadfast in your resolve.
Have they sworn a solemn oath to uphold these laws, do a good turn daily, and always be prepared?
They have not.
Then prepare them to take the oath.
Raise your right hand in the Scout sign, and repeat after Alawatsukima.
On my honor.
On my honor.
I will do my best.
I will do my best.
To do my duty.
To do my duty.
To God and my country.
To God and my country.
To obey the Scout law.
To obey the Scout law.
To help other people at all times.
To help other people at all times.
To keep myself physically strong.
To keep myself physically strong.
Mentally awake.
Mentally awake.
And morally straight.
And morally straight.
You may lower your right hand. Brothers, you have passed all tests up till now, except for one. The test of fire. This neckerchief represents the neckerchief worn by your dead leader. If it burns but is not consumed by the flame, you are deemed worthy. You have been deemed worthy. You may now cross this bridge, which will embark you on the trail to Eagle. Scoutmasters, please welcome your new scouts. Please congratulate your new scouts. Brother Kitchkanet, will you now perform your duty entrusted to your charge?
As guide of this fire, I will be ever mindful of my duty to faithfully exemplify these points of the Scout law, represented by these candles, which I now extinguish. A Scout is helpful. A Scout is friendly. And a Scout is kind. And to always live by that part of our Scout oath, which reminds us of our duty to help other people at all times.
Brother Nudikit, will you now perform your duty entrusted to your charge?
As guide of this fire, I will dutifully represent the laws, the points of the Scout law, which is represented by these candles, which I now extinguish. The Scout is cheerful. The Scout is thrifty. The Scout is brave. The Scout is clean. And you always live by these points of the Scout oath, which dutifully reminds us of our duty.
How solemn is the duty of the mighty chieftain to show forth the greatest of a Scout's obligations, to do his duty to God and to country, to be ever trustworthy, loyal, obedient, and ever reverent. And though it is our solemn duty that we snuff out these candles here this evening, may the values and virtues which they represent grow all the brighter in our hearts and conscience. Brother Mateo will once more remind us of our solemn resolution as we depart this, our meeting place.
We, with hearts and wills united, pledge to serve His holy purpose. This our reason and intent. Mark with silence, Reverend.
Once more, congratulate your new scouts.